good because you didn't have much of an option.
Yes, no.
Your ass would have gotten blown the fuck up.
I called duck. What's with the duck?
Because
Goose?
you don't.
Well, that's
Goose.
so nice. That's
It's
actually a
duck.
really good change.
Hmm.
So for the stat blocks, they actually throw for all your monsters, they actually throw the save right next to the actual score of the mod and everything. It really cleans it all up. Good change for once.
What are the characters? I am a variant human fighter.
Oh, right.
He is a
No, say the
gnome
right voice.
wizard. Shut up.
Oh.
The one with no camera is a dwarf ranger, and then you have the DM. So
I am all of them and none of them at the same time.
He has everything and nothing.
everybody, look, people haven't used that fucking redeem in so goddamn long.
He is the end and then also
know.
the beginning.
Fuck you, man.
I am a pain in the ass. At least for you.
Yep. I got ramen though. I know how to go to the.
I get to use these.
I got game or soup. Don't stop, please.
But
But oddly enough,
welcome everybody, welcome. I will
unicorn
say,
cocaine.
I will say I am apologetic about last session. I ended up
Did you
getting
upload it?
upset. Yes, I did. It's on the YouTube. I ended up getting
My
upset
friends were asking
about
about
my stuff not working. I'm pretty sure I've got a
ISP.
pinched nerve, so if you see me just kind of tweak out, I promise you I'm not in any real pain. It's just fucking bothersome. But I wanted to let you all know that now rather than later. Ow. Fuck. Last we left off, our group had just finished up with the cave. They had found that a lot of the gold that they had found was minted a long time ago. And after making their way back from the cave, finally, it allowed them a level up as they stayed the evening once again with the half-elf, who was kind enough to give them a place to rest. Oh, motherfucker.
Hey.
Yes, we
hey,
still
Dale.
have the kid. We have not sold the child. Chaos, we're not going to sell the child. Quit saying we're going to sell the child.
we don't
Yet.
do things like that. No, Lars, no.
So, as the rain falls as usual, little rays of sunlight peer through the cloudy sky. I really hope that this pain goes away at some point, because it has just been constant for the last 2 minutes.
Where is it?
It's between his spine and shoulder blade.
Oh,
Oh, is it right here?
No, lower. It's like,
Right below, so right below.
it's... motherfucker.
I know it might be a bit painful, but if you can start rolling, there should be a knot here.
Yeah, I was rolling it against the corner of my door earlier, and that helped for a little bit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So,
fuck. Rays of sunlight that peer through this cloudy sky that covers the land. Motherfucker. Well, it's like at the bottom of my shoulder blade, but between my shoulder blade and my spine. So it's in that nothing but muscle area. Anyway, it's behind my rib cage, basically. Um, the group slowly awakens one by one, as they feel free to. You all awaken one by one the next morning to the smell of pancakes, as the necromancer has seemingly begun making breakfast. Jade already awake, and seemingly with him, and cooking along, as well as already snacking on one of the pancakes that he had finished first. The day is yours. And you're a level stronger than you were before.
Gosh dang it, it didn't save the changes.
I'm gonna close my door really quick after rolling my fucking back against it.
Right, Cradle.
We didn't. Chaos again. The episodes
sit.
exist on YouTube, and we didn't get a necromancer. We just got a quest from a necromancer, basically, and we're chilling at his house right now before we go back to everything else.
Yeah, but Will, if you can hear me, go into the cradle position, lie flat on your back, and slowly rock back and forth. It helps.
It's fine. It'll be fine. Everything's fine. This is fine.
Heat packs are nice.
My door has those. It's the frame that it kind of has like almost like a staircase look to it, where it has ridges that go around it to make it curved, but it's still like a solid square kind of look. So I just have been rolling my back against that, and that helps.
Now there's...
Alright. So, the day is yours.
Dormir's just asleep.
Darrow does awaken to a cat on his face once again. It's almost smothering him if there wasn't but a gap of air.
Alright. More potions.
Oh yeah, you and your happy little self potions.
That's gonna be fun.
Those potions are much more helpful for a lot of the group other than just Large, I can promise you. That's why
I'm
so
only gonna
excited
keep
about
two
it.
of them. Yeah, that too. Only gonna keep two, and they're gonna buff the living crap out of you too.
Nonetheless, what would you all like to do, as the day is in fact yours?
Well, it depends. Where's the NPC?
Which one?
Necromancer? No.
Jade?
No.
Goth mommy.
No.
Oh yeah, sorry, drop one.
You lying.
Oh, it doesn't seem that he's appeared yet.
Okay.
And how many days is this total? The whole entire circumstances getting close?
Right now, you all would be on the new day. Let's
Well,
see.
this is supposed to be a ritual cast spell available.
Daily calendar. I love that I keep a calendar for this game. It's so much help. It's so helpful. Current day is no longer Soul, it is Mole. On the 27th. So you all are going on the 3rd day now. 4th day. 4th day.
Pick a number.
Yeah, because you all had walked for 2 days. This end of the 2nd day, you had come across the village.
Took down the big
Yes.
walking zombie, slept, woke up, fought shit in the cave, came back, fell asleep, woke up.
Yes.
Question to DM.
Answer the player. Let's see if they match.
Would I have been able to describe a certain spell to my book
If you wanted to.
with the amount of gold I have, or do I need the actual ink or anything?
You would need the ink amount. But you did find 2 vials of ink. Remember?
What's the value for that?
For sanity's sake, it's a vial of ink, so it would be, let's see. Ow.
Oh, I've got a thing here.
It comes in a 1 ounce bottle.
10 gold.
Yep.
Holy crap,
1
that's a
ounce
lot of gold.
bottle would be 10 gold pieces.
Oh. I have 3 now. That might be enough. I'll figure it out.
Depending on the spell, it might be. Would be? Might be. Might be.
Possibly.
Possible.
Control.
But nonetheless.
Be gone. This time I'm gonna do my best not to be putting notes, because 4 days since separated from the other NPC, and we said it would take him about a week to 2 weeks to catch up to us.
No.
No offense, I am.
No,
not
that would
riding
be
very much
to
today.
get to where we were going, which is Comdre.
He had mentioned
Sure.
that the time to get back, based off of how far you all had traveled already, would be about
5 to 6 days.
5 to 6 days. 4 to get back on foot to, well, about 4 to get back on foot, about 2 to get where you all would be, or where you all were
With the new carriage.
with the new carriage. But since you all have continued forward, it may take a little longer.
Well, it goes by this. For each level spell, this process takes 2 hours and costs 50 gold. The cost represents material components you expend as you experiment with the spell to master it, as
Okay.
well as fine inks you record it.
Mhm.
So I'm like thinking, do I just use the money I got, or do we need a...
That's pretty okay. Pretty okay.
Don't normally ever really get to do this.
Right? Oh, that's gonna be a full 45 seconds.
You coming? What are you talking about? Oh, did somebody redeem something?
Mm-hmm.
My bad. That was me.
What did you do?
He magic, good. That redeem.
Yes.
Honestly, some of these should not be allowed when we're streaming D&D.
I didn't know what would happen. I was like, oh, it's 5,000 points. Why the fuck not?
For
And-
a reason, Matt.
I see big numbers.
No.
and it's like a big button. I have to push-
It's fine. It's over now. It's not bad. It's just funny.
It's horrific. It's horrendous. You have doomed your entire bloodline. Congratulations, dumbass.
Oh boy.
Oh, it's funny. Thank you.
Everybody give Will your money.
Thank you again for the resub. It's not necessary, but it does mean a lot.
29 months.
Mm-hmm.
As- Well,
Let's see. More or less just talking.
Okay, that's freaking hilarious. I just turned my head and I just meh, meh. It's funny.
Is what happens when you have a headset.
The necromancer looks to each of you. So, how are you all doing this morning?
Sore,
Great.
tired.
Great.
Seems like we might have still a few days before our ride shows up, and I'm guessing you wouldn't mind the company.
Dormir's just slightly snores.
Good chat. Yeah. Would you be willing to exchange some gold for some spell components for transcribing spells?
Sadly, I left all of that at my previous occupation. I don't keep that here. I have no reason to transcribe new spells.
Seeing
I can
as
see if I have any left, and see if I have anything left over from the past, but
That'd be most helpful. I have a new spell to transcribe.
okay. Well, for now, take a seat. And he then hands each of you a plate as well. He hands Darrow and Thormir a plate, and then Jade walks over with Lars's and holds it out to him. Each of you get 2 very thick, fluffy pancakes.
Dormir's
kind of jab Thormir in the side. Wake your ass up, man. We got food.
Fine.
So we
Fine.
have basically at least 2 days, right? Two or more, give or take.
Out of character or in character?
Are you asking that question in character or out of character is what he's saying?
Yeah.
Well, fuck it. I guess in character would more or less be just. Alright, hasn't shown up.
Welcome to being
We have a couple of days. The gnome has things he wants to do. And I wouldn't mind being able to, considering our last encounter, get another rune inscribed on my greatsword.
Question.
And more or less motioning towards the necromancer of, we'll probably still be here for at least another day. Is that much of a problem for you?
It's not a problem for me. However, the locals might find a bit discomfort in new faces. If you all would be so kind as to maybe either stay out of sight or attempt to help in little ways around the town, it may garner a bit of trust with them. If you wish to garner trust with them, then you could help them. If not, you can stay in here and stay out of sight, and that way you're not bothering anyone at least.
At least for myself, I don't mind helping out the people around here. Gives me something to do.
I'll see
These
if
two
I have
can't
time.
really control.
Magic is always helpful.
Either
That's
way, I would like some help getting rid of that corpse that's out front.
No, can do.
Sure can.
Wand in hand.
Couldn't you just make Darrow really large and he could just like him?
Yes. But I'm just gonna
I would-
levitate it.
I was gonna say I would like to be able to inscribe my fucking electric rune back on my greatsword. That was my plan for the day.
Aye.
Because I have a feeling our fight would not have been so fucking close if I was able to do extra damage to the fucking thing.
Dormir
Or if I would have hit.
hands over
Or if you would hit your rolls, yeah.
the 3 wild onions,
Got
beets, and
one.
radishes that I found. I give the necromancer the vegetables I pretty much found on our travels as as a sign of things for putting up with us.
Kind of holds them and he looks back to Thormir. He goes, "Thank you." He looks down to them, then back to Thormir. I will treasure these. He then
It's just
slowly turns as he looks to the veggies in his hands, and he kind of, obviously uncertain as to what to do with them, just kind of looks around for a moment. And as he's walking away to find the ink vials that Lars had asked about, he then sets them on a table nearby and just kind of looks at them, looks back to Thormir, looks back at the vegetables, then wanders off into his up the stairs to towards his room to see if he has any ink wells.
My entire plan for the day for Darrow is just like, while eating the fucking pancakes, continuing to carve the great rune, the electric great rune into the great sword.
This sucks over.
I'm gonna be sitting here all day, you guys. So if you want to go help the townspeople or
I have a new spell.
find
I
more
want to try out
mushrooms.
on you.
Congratulations, it's gonna have to wait.
You're nice.
Fucking what?
You heard me. You're lost. I'm gonna go deal with the giant crops.
You said you were just gonna levitate it.
I just realized across his book. I don't have it prepared. Oh, old-fashioned way.
How long is this gonna take us?
A minute.
Fucking fine. What is it? Do we need to be outside?
Preferably for your sake.
I don't like where this is going. God
I
damn
think
it.
he's going with my plan.
Plan.
Make him real big, and he drags him to the forest.
No. No. Don't say
Alright,
let's
let's
be
fucking
around.
get this over with so I can finish carving this room.
Looks about. Sees a tiny bit of licorice in the jar. Stand.
You're trusting random candy in the necromancer's house.
Yes.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Well, let's get to this.
Hurry up, Lars, let's go.
Great. Well, I can take care of the corpse. Here's a spell. Takes a bite of licorice. And just waves his wand at you. You feel light. You feel really light. You feel fast. Times begin to slow. I cast haste on you, boy.
That's a fun one.
Why?
Choose one, a wheeling creature that you can see within range. Until the spell ends, the target speed is doubled.
And what is the point of this?
Until the
Why'd you
spell
make me
ends, the target's speed is doubled. It gains a +2 to AC. I'm not done yet. It has advantage on dexterity saving throws, and it gains an additional action on each of its turns.
I mean, that's good and fine, but we're not in combat. Why?
I'm making it sure that you get used to it. Because roleplay reasons, because you can't just get immediately used to doubling your entire speed and moving at the speed of sound.
How long does this last?
A minute.
Can you talk a little bit faster? Jesus Christ, you're fucking slow.
Yes, I can. Start speaking normal wizard line of speed.
I'm just gonna let you guys do your thing. I'm gonna go around town and see who needs my help.
Great plan. Also, I'm going to be testing out another spell today. Go separately over there. It points off into the forest. I'd hate to infringe on our friend for a bit longer. I have two of my favorite spells. I just get for level up.
So we have to go off into the fucking woods?
No, I can test it by myself.
Am I still gonna be fast as fuck for like
Yeah,
the next hour? You
Nope.
ass.
A minute.
1 minute. Just a minute of your time.
Will that cut any of my carving time down if I go carve right now?
No.
Instead of 12, it takes 8.
No.
Come on! I'm hasted! It's fast action!
Because at the end of the minute, you just slow down and you feel tired and you're exhausted for a minute.
You're a dick!
Hey, I gave you one of the most powerful enchantment spells in the game.
For no reason!
When the spell
For you to
ends, the
get used
target
to it.
can't move or take actions until after its next turn.
Well, there's no turns, so I
Six-
go
six-
my ass back inside and eat my fucking pancakes while carving a fucking
For
rune.
6 seconds, it feels like your body is literally crushing itself.
It literally eats those pancakes so fast. I hope you don't get indigestion.
Oh, his whole
It's-
body is going faster, so he just digests it
it's-
normally.
Yeah, it's bad. Haste is really good in the sense of combat because of the fact that it is a full minute in
Combat, James!
which is 6 rounds or 10 rounds.
I buff
Damn.
you for yeah.
Yep.
I
So
gave you
for
an
10
extra action.
rounds, a character moves twice as fast, has bonus AC, has advantage on dex saving throws, and has an extra action. However, after that minute, you are fish in a barrel for a turn.
Same time, now since you're level 5, you get an extra attack, which means you're now making 4 attacks normally per turn. Because of Will's attack action rule.
Just imagine how much worse I have to balance my encounters.
Hey, I'm
so
support. I'm
good.
sacrificing damage for buff.
That means nothing.
It just means that he's gonna make shit, like, quadruply hard so we don't one-shot things.
Now from 100.
No, it's not
HP,
one
it's
shotting. It's
around
hitting it 100
300.
times.
It's gonna be tanky.
Yeah, I was at 20 AC of 22 now. And he doesn't even have a shield.
Which means I have to balance the encounters.
Please no, we're gonna get one shot.
Everybody
I
else
have an
might.
AC of 22 now?
You,
During
with
the
a
haste
spa-
spell, you get a +2 to your AC.
You
Yeah,
put on a
right.
shield that's a 24.
My fucking... shit got engraved.
Yup.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Yep, so I'm just gonna mold earth a gigantic hole. Mold earth the body
Mold
like a
dwarf.
tsunami, just tsunami the corpse into the ground and just bury.
Just...
That's this cantrip. I'm just gonna I'm gonna go over to the woods area and I'm just gonna sit down, just looking at a spot for about 10 minutes. And I'm going to cast one of my favorite spells ever. Galder's Tower.
Abba-yabba-yabba.
And then there's me going
So-
around town trying to help the people.
Yep, so the only person who's really gonna see this would be Darrow. No, it's Faramir. Maybe Darrow.
Boromir.
Or me.
I'm inside carving my fucking rune.
So you watch as out of the blue, a 2-story tower shuts out of the ground. It's about 20 feet tall. It's wide.
I'm
Made
sorry,
out of-
the necromancer told us to not scare the shit out of the locals, and you just abracadabraed a fucking 2-story tower into their fucking backline.
Don't worry, I'll explain that we have a gnome who's a little wild.
A little cracked out.
Wild.
Yep, and I'm going to
Pretty much.
enter my establishment, and I will not describe my establishment until someone ever actually enters it.
More about he's portraying his dominance over the civilians. That my house is better than yours.
I have a fun question. Since I'm a gnome, can I make it a 3-story gnome-sized building?
As long as you have a slide, I think it'd be okay.
Because it says it's 2 stories.
Mhm.
2 stories, 10 feet, so it's officially 20 feet. I am a 3-foot gnome. I could make 1 floor that's good for you guys, and then just 1 floor that's just small person size.
Sadly, that would mean editing the spell, which for right now you're still only level 5.
That's fair.
But
Yeah, it's got a nice chimney. It's pretty.
With Darrow carving, Lars doing his thing. I'm just gonna go to random houses or people who randomly are walking around and introduce myself and ask and just explain I'm just Abe, someone passing by, and I'm here for a little bit and just asking if there's anything I can do to help around the village.
well, feel free to roll a D100 for me.
D100. Sure can. Woohoo. Where are you? Where are you? Nope, not you. Yeah, that's you, I think. Yep.
That's so interesting. Though. I'm just trying to think of how the spell actually works, or for describing
Magic.
stuff because it says ink. I know the spell works. I'm just like
Keep
actually
in mind,
adding.
it also says that all objects that were created by the tower disappear.
Yep.
68.
I'm more thinking about adding spells to book.
I wish I was just one number upper. That would be actually pretty nice.
Basically, unless you keep the tower up forever by doing it for that full year, if you inscribe a spell in your spell book using ink made in the tower, the ink is going to disappear.
No, not doing that.
And any notes you write using the ink made by the tower is going to disappear.
I could write blank checks.
If somebody knew what a check was, yes, you could.
Here's
So-
the parchment deed. Sign away your soul. 24 hours later. I got the reward. You don't own my soul.
You could definitely try and pull one over on a devil. Would I suggest it? No.
No. No. No.
No, that is a good way to get fucked up real quick.
Very fast. No, I'm gonna do it with a Baylor. Specifically.
Yes, a Baylor is going to be the one smart enough to give you a deal. Nonetheless, what'd you
Yeah,
get on
thank
your
you.
D100?
68.
The 68?
So close.
Yeah, I know. It would have been really nice the other way.
Well, as you walk around, you find that it's difficult to get anyone to talk to you, as they seem to either avoid you or stay inside and watch as you attempt to knock at other people's doors or anything of the like. There are very few that are willing to come out, and you can see as you turn around there are people from houses across the path that were watching you through the window that seem to quickly disappear into the home.
I like shy cats. Alrighty. Well, if there's nothing for me to do here, I might as well just admire this tree of life and then go practice my archery, because apparently I can't hit shit lately.
So you're going to that little tree with all of the life around it?
Just to admire it, just because I saw it glimpsed and we're out.
Okay.
going about, and then I'm going into the forest to practice my archery because my character's pretty upset about last fight.
Okay. Well, how long do you spend at that little tree?
Probably 30 minutes.
Roll another D100 for me.
Cool. 32.
32.
Yeah.
Oh wait, by the way, I'm branding new spell. This is officially Lars's tower. Ice stone.
So Thormir,
Yes.
you sit at this tree, trying to look over it and see if there's anything to understand about it as you simply enjoy the beauty of the flowers and strange vines that reach around and grasp onto this tree. Little flowers dotting the vinage as it finds its way up the tree trunk. As you sit there admiring it, you notice a set of eyes on you. Emerald green with white hair. They seem to be watching you.
From where? The tree?
Mm-hmm. Jade comes from around the tree and just looks at you before walking over and looking at the tree. What are you doing?
I'm just admiring this piece of nature. It's surrounded by death, but it's fuming with life. It's just something about it draws me to it. I don't know why, but it's beautiful. How about you, Jade? Oh, not Jade, but I don't even know the color. How about you?
It looks like a tree with a bunch of plants.
It sure does.
This girl is so autistic coded, it's not even funny.
But the thing is this tree is different from all the others.
How so?
Well, we're in the middle of a town. And this town's pretty run down for the most part. They're doing their best to keep it up with it, but you get this tree. It's just fuming with life. It's just different from the rest of the forest, if that makes sense. It's an odd one out. It's like
And
I
it,
said,
wouldn't that make it a bad thing?
not all things that are different are bad about people. It could be it could be bad just to partake in that point. Maybe it's just soaking up the life around this area and just putting it out to itself. Or as it shows that even in this area that is human with death, life is always there. What are your thoughts? Other than it's just a tree.
I think it's a tree.
Yes. I've also been meaning to ask you. I never got a chance to ask, but do you have a name that you care to share?
Make a persuasion check. Actually, no, just a general charisma check.
Charisma.
Yep, just a
Oh,
d20
the
plus
guy
your
with-
charisma modifier.
Guy with the charisma. Where's my charisma? So it's not the skills, it's just the abilities where it says strength, this dexterity, constitution. Yeah, it's the +1. Oh boy. I got a solid 10 total.
Mm.
Do I go with the little circle or just the +1? I don't know what the little circle stands for.
The little circle with the big number?
So there's strength +0 and then there's a 10. But charisma is +1 and then there's a 13.
It's the +1 is your modifier.
Yeah, so I got a solid 10 then.
Mm. You got a what? I'm sorry, it didn't register until after you said you got a what?
I got a solid 10.
A solid 10.
Yeah, 10 out of 10. Well,
Eyebrows give advantage.
if I had video, I would probably get a +2 with my eyebrows, but damn it.
No charisma for you.
I have the most charisma in this crew.
No
I believe
charisma
do,
for you.
Probably.
Huh? Was that James?
I believe you do, actually.
I have a +1 modifier.
Yeah, I think you do. I really do think you have the highest charisma at all.
She seems to look at you, and she seems to look to the tree. Not all things that are different are bad, but not all things that are different are good.
A good point. You never know until you know. By all means, I understand that very well. Very well. Grabs onto his locket. For a second and just plays with it. And just continues there and admires the tree.
As you do, and as Jade has joined you now, you notice that now that Jade has joined you, there are three more sets of eyes on you. as you look over and you notice 3 young kids standing, hiding behind the corner of one of the buildings. And as they notice you look over, they kind of duck behind the corner, using it as cover to try and hide as they peek out around, looking at you. Mostly at Jade, but at you.
What is he, the Pied Piper?
No. All what Dormir does is just waves to say hi. Doesn't try to do anything, just says hi. He's not trying to intimidate anybody, he's just admiring what's there. Trying to be as quote unquote funny as possible.
The 3 seem to run off. And you can hear the plap of mud underfoot as they disappear.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let them enjoy and play along their days.
As you go into the forest, you do notice that there is something different about the wood. As in between the trees, you can see what seems to be a tower now standing among the tree line.
It is made of diorite. It is white.
You know what? You don't see that every day. Part of me wants to go over there and ask, and then the other part of me just doesn't care.
Oh, please do.
That wasn't there yesterday.
No, it was not. I have a funny suspicion where that came from.
It's an obviously a wizard tower, by the way. Full circle. Just
Yeah.
way too smooth. It's like,
Funny suspicion. Would you like to say hi to the gnome?
Lars is nice. He lets me watch him while he makes potions.
Yes, he is a very nice individual. Also very interesting at times.
He's weird.
Alright. Yes, that's I was just going with a nice way of saying it. But
Meanwhile, Lars is sitting at a window hearing all of this.
I watch, I see everything. I could
alright,
put a giant telescope on top of this.
okay. We
But there's no reason because it always rains.
we head towards the tower to say hi.
Jade follows along. Lars,
Okay.
you hear a knock at the door of your newly found magic.
You both hear in the distance. It's a grand dark oak door. It is plenty of spacious. It's like, why? Oh, Harbor, would you please go get that? The door opens up by itself. No one's there. The gnome is just on a nice. You are greeted to a wonderful room full of dining. It's like it's a kitchen and a dining room. There's places to sit around and enjoy. It's warm and comfortable. Ours is just there sitting, hat off, fine for once. Thank you, Harper. Can you go back to? And slowly on his shoulders, you see his robes start crinkling as he's getting massaged by an invisible person. Yes. Oh, how are you two?
Lars is weird.
So, yes.
Ormir just puts his one hand to his face, just slightly shaking side to side, like just
Uh, would,
astonished.
would you like a massage? Harper is. Wait, oof. Look at it.
You know, I appreciate the offer and all, but I think I'm pretty fine. Thank you.
Yeah, but welcome to my humble abode, which I can bring with me anywhere. We got fully furnished kitchen over there.
So whenever we make camps, you can make this.
Yes.
Oh, it's very
Mm-hmm.
nice.
Yep, and you three will have this room down here all to yourself. You can tell me how you want it. And the upstairs will be my master bedroom.
Very nice. Well, as last we don't have to use the tents anymore. That's very handy.
Or I can design. Okay, it's enough. Mm.
Well,
But yeah, I was talking to Hubburn. Also,
mhm.
meet my new companion. Wait, you haven't met. Harper, go shake hands with him. Out of nowhere, you just feel invisible, like a little tight, like a handshake.
Very interesting individual, like I said. Yes, he says to Jade.
Lars is weird.
Lars is G.
But I was just heading into the forest just to practice on my archery, cause just
Yeah, you
like it.
could really use some practice. Something doesn't seem right with you lately. It also doesn't feel right with me. I miss so many of my spells against such a large foe.
Well, practice makes perfect, but things
Mm,
happen.
if that line was true, friend, we would never have to practice you and me ever again.
No, I get it. I get it. Been doing archery for so many years now, and I made some simple fucking mistakes. It's just, yeah,
I
annoys the
think it
crap
was
out
the
of me.
dragon. I think it was the dragon corpse.
The
I'm
dragon
still.
corpse?
Did you not see the giant skeleton?
No, 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 no. There's nothing wrong with the dragon growers.
There's a big familiar on the dragon skeleton. It's a photon. It they're real. But we just saw proof. We just saw valuable proof. Who
Well,
knows if it. Maybe if there's any more still alive. Mm,
Dormir just starts chuckling. No, no. They for sure are still alive. I
I
can
do not
guarantee
like you.
that.
How about can you get back? Go back to massage. Yes, thank you. He starts massaging his head. That's better.
I can account to that. But no, don't. There's no need to blame a dead dragon for our own mistakes. Let the
No,
let
it's
them.
more of the sheer shock of it all happening. Like, hello, dragon. Misrealize legends made true. There's
But
a
they
lot of
tell
more different things that we typically take for speculation into question.
we're talking about dragons. They're real. They're real.
And there's such thing as stars.
Yes.
I wish to believe that. I would quite like that.
Oh, I'm sure someday you'll find one. You'll find a dragon. I have.
I don't know what you want, but that's a story set. Just as when the chair slides over.
I'm not about to get into it. Let's just say they're real. Remember that day?
Bring the chair, put the chair back then, I
You
guess.
remember that day when there was this gigantic little divot in the road?
Yes, I was pretty afraid sure that it was a flying beast of large proportions.
I can guarantee you that was a dragon.
You seem way too happy for that prospect.
Mm. No. Let's
The
just say
die, by all accounts, in all codes of legend.
there's
Then do you want
no
to see
need.
one?
There's no need for me to get into details. You just have to believe me. For real. I'll find it. One day.
Oh, right, I forgot. Mm. We're being watched. Magically.
By whom?
I don't know. That's what makes it so scary. It is known as scrying. My master was very fond of it, and it allows the person to, watch you when, and if sometimes if you notice it or not. And there's nothing you can do. You can listen in, watch you, no matter where you are. All he has to do is picture you. I don't believe he was watching us. I believe he was watching the kid. And we were just a pleasant surprise for him.
Would be watching the kid?
Probably the one who made him do all that stuff.
When he
Yeah, I wanna
says
get-
kid, he's talking about the dude who turned into the giant ooze monster, not Jade.
Oh. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, there's two kids.
Well, the giant ooze monster wasn't a kid.
No,
but
I
he
did
was
not.
just a young adult.
I did not put Jade into the equation of possible trying options.
Or being
Oh.
what?
Either way, yes, we're being watched by something. Which reminds me, I should probably get back to doing that. And
Need to keep you
it
busy.
starts ritual casting detect magic.
Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and leave you be to what you're gonna be doing. Girly, if you want to stay with him, you can follow me or go back to the necromancer's house. Whatever you want.
Oh, right. I forgot. There is hundreds of books. Hundreds of books everywhere. I believe it's every book that I've read, if I remember correctly. That might be a different spell. No, it just says books. Books upstairs in my library. And so it doesn't specify what books they are, so I'm just gonna say it's from his general knowledge of what he's already read. Oh,
Alright.
Lars's Tower. Lars Wizard's Tower. I'm happy. I've always wanted to cast a spell.
The
I
beautiful,
never get.
the beautiful area. I can only imagine. Gormir can see it. I can't. Now get to drawing, James.
Drawing? No, this is note taking again. For
Oh no, I'm just joking. Saying you have to draw out what you're explaining to me about your tower.
okay, fine.
I'm playing. I'm joking.
I'll get my compass ready. You just sell the civil engineer. Yeah, yeah. Show me what you're making. I'm like, okay, fine. Be done in 5 to 10 business days.
Will, what are you hyper focused on?
I'm just listening to you all talk.
So is Jay choosing to stay with me, stay with Lars, or wanna go back to Necromancer
Also,
fell.
Lars walks out with you guys, just looking around, just slightly looking around after 10 minutes.
Are you staying in your tower because you think it's anti-divination or whatever the fuck?
No, more of just showing I don't have to be
Anti-scry
in.
or whatever?
No, that'd be really nice if I could do that. I could make it entirely out of lead.
It's scrying, not Superman.
Yeah. No, that's literally scrying's weakness. You can't scry into things that fall. If I encase the entire thing in lead,
What the?
no, it's no that hides a magical response. It would still work, but I think you wouldn't be able to really tell where I am. That's weird. I need to research into that. Either way, it's made out of stone for now.
Stone. Rock and stone.
Pretty stone. I wonder what stone I'm gonna do next, though. Cobalt. Cobalt.
Shiny, shiny, pretty, pretty.
We're gonna get robbed in the middle of the night.
Huh?
They gotta break into the door, though, so... And they don't give any specifications of AC or whatever, so it's perfect. Or what I can do to the door. I can make that door out of iron if I all want to. I'd make it a tower out of iron. This spell needs balance. Heck, if I really wanted to, I can make this entire building out of adamantine.
Never heard of that one.
That's the scary part about this. And oh wait, no, I have to have. So if I have a chunk of adamantine, I can actually make this into adamantine. I figured it out. So if I have iron, I turn into iron.
Would that use up your iron or adamantine? No. Shit. So what the hell is adamantine?
Strongest metal in the universe. Typical base universe. Things changed in Will's campaign.
Per diem.
So in typical Dungeons and Dragons world, adamantine is the strongest metal in the world. In Grandiasha, it's been clued in. We haven't found any yet in the Ever campaign. It's been clued in that there is stronger stuff. You gotta find it though.
It's not as strong as friendship.
No, it's
Or
harder.
this gun I found.
No, it's harder. It's a lot harder than friendship.
So, what are Thormir and Lars wanting to do then?
Look around, and then I go to Mr. Elf Necromancer Neil, Naron.
The Necromancer Elf?
I
Wadden.
have none.
Or
I
however
was
the
just
fuck you
curious
say that
if
name.
Jade was gonna go with Lars or stick with me.
I was gonna
'Cause
go
think-
to Laden, and the girl's gonna, if she stays with me, she's gonna watch me transcribe a spell if they got ink.
Or I'm just gonna be in the forest doing archery shit and practicing.
Don't break any arrows.
That is the goal. Or lose any. I only have a set amount.
Well, if you were just going out to practice your shots, then Jade will go with Lars to
Gotcha.
see what transcribing is like. As he explains, that's what he's doing.
Alright.
I can only do it if he's got the ink.
Mm-hmm.
same time, I need 150 gold pieces of ink. That's a lot of ink. It's all of this materials, so I'm experimenting with materials. So it doesn't have to be ink. Same time, it's has to be something magical, I guess. So
150 gold pieces worth of blood. This turns it into a Necronomicon by accident.
the Book of Darkness appears in his hands. Oh!
Oh, what wonders you can do with that?
Yeah, no, he's just gonna. If the elf's got a spell, he's gonna buy it. If he's willing to part with it. Also, why didn't any of us take some dragon bones?
Huh?
Right, why didn't we take any dragon bones?
I tried.
The tooth was stuck in because the damn thing was past
stone.
fossilization. It was basically stone. So
I tried. I seriously tried. I went for the most easiest to try to grab any. I had a plan too.
Okay.
Well, if that's the case, Thormir, you're able to go and spend time practicing. Lars, you go back to the half-elf, and as you walk inside, Darrow is, of course, just grinding away at his little rune on his sword. Jade follows in, and the half-elf comes down, and he's got a few vials in his hand. He walks over, and he notices that you've walked in, and as you're standing there, he quickly waves, and you're clean again, no longer wet, as you walk in, and he walks over and he looks to you. Well, it seems that I've got some. I don't have much, but
Anything will be helpful.
I don't think it would be enough for a spell. Then Jade looks at you. How much do you need for a spell?
Well, it depends on the spell, dearie. Some spells are far more complex and require some trial and error, where things go wrong and that gets pricey really, really quickly. And then there's, if you make a single mistake when describing a spell, turning it into my own words, how I like it. So it works for me. It just takes time and it takes money. A lot of money.
not only did you teach this girl how to pull pranks, you're now teaching her how to make spells.
No,
Well,
that's a lot more process.
what makes ink more or less valuable for spell making?
Well, it comes down really into quality. There is fine spell ink if you can find it in typically high institutes of study and canons, such that librarians sometimes use it. It's just the higher the quality, sometimes the easier it just works. Same time, there's always a risk with everyone. But let's just say it's the higher the quality of ink, the more adaptable or the more the spell and the ink work well together.
What would make the ink higher quality? Adding things to it, maybe?
Adding things to it sometimes. There has to be very specific things. Gem dust is probably the most common. Gem. Would offer monster parts like monster blood or whatever be added to that, or
Depending on the monster, it would. Something like giants are used for potions for their strength. You've got dragon
A
parts
beholder.
for just about anything. Beholder eyes are good for different magics based on what you put it in. It just kind of depends on what you're using. Now, of course, lower monsters like normal wolves and stuff like that aren't really going to help much, but the higher,
once they were to trap
the
a
more
soul.
dangerous basically the monster is, the more useful its parts are. Dragons being one of the most valuable, which is why they are hunted, or were hunted so
Ravenously.
ravenously. Yeah.
I wonder if I could scrape some of the dragon bones and add that to the mixture.
Dragon bones?
You remember back where we were?
Yes. but
Giant,
dragon bones would make things better?
possibly, fragmentations of it. Or it'll really ruin the ink and the two would be ruined. Try on there. Dragon blood, dragon fire, dragon venom. If properly done, I did. Those are really all theories, so I haven't read anything that says it's possible. But the idea and concept is there. Even elven blood, I believe I've heard rumor of.
I'm not helping you.
I know, it's an explanation.
You have fun finding out what's going to help you. You're not using my blood, as he begins walking off.
No, I wasn't going to ask. No, sorry, no, don't take it the wrong way.
He goes back upstairs with a chuckle, and he returns to his room.
As I was saying, elven blood, if there are pretty much any strong mage, really strong mage. Well done in the arts.
Jade watched as the half-elf went upstairs and shut himself in his room. And after she stared at the door, as if making sure that it wasn't opening again, she looks to Lars and goes, "Would dragon scales make things better?"
They? Arcana check, or?
Sure.
At 16 plus 7, 23.
23. You would know that dragons, though mythical, are known to be extremely magical creatures. Any part that you can get of their body is seen as a magic user's lifeline, basically. Bones are good for the bone dust. Bones are also good for making weapons. The teeth are great for making weapons as well as using in alchemical practices. Their eyes are used for spell casting, like sources themselves, almost like crystal balls. Some put them in staves or in magic items. Their scales originally were used for armor and shields, as well as weaponry if made properly. And of course, depending on the dragon that you read about or hear about or the stories that are told about them, each of them have different resistances, different immunities, meaning different dragons would make for different armor types, strong or strengths. If you had a red dragon's armor, you would be able to stand in a volcano basically and be perfectly fine in the stories of dragons and things like that. However, green dragon would be good if you had like a scale that you made into a mask and you walked into a poison cloud. You wouldn't really be affected.
For
Dragons
making
in
ink,
general,
yeah, ink is awesome. Dragons are just awesome.
you've
Even the
never
heart.
you've never heard of them being added to ink. Bone dust maybe, but then again, dragons are mythical creatures that nobody's ever really dealt with in this day and age, especially since the fact that dragons as a whole, no matter what you get your hands on, as I said, it is a caster's wet dream basically to have any kind of part of a dragon for any reason. You can do almost anything with them.
Well, if I had a dragon scale, it would be. I'm not too sure. It depends on it, but at the same time, it would be amazing. I wouldn't really know what to do with the dragon scale for ink. I could probably use that as material and use a casting source.
She then
I-
takes another look at the door upstairs, and she stares at it as you're talking. And then she looks back at you. And
Either way, it would be really nice.
Darrow being in the same room as you say this, she then starts to pull her shirt to the side, and you notice a sheen from the firelight. And you notice the scales that you had seen in the fight.
Child.
And she then takes one of the scales, and you can see her pull it up, almost like if you were to take like a hangnail or something like that and pull it away from the nail. And she just yanks it off, and you notice that it starts to bleed, and it looks like
Oh.
she was in pain for a moment.
Oh, did try.
And she holds it out. A small, black, glistening scale.
Um. Oh. First off, thank you. Second, Darrow.
Busy.
Okay. Triad, would you please come with me real quick? This is gonna scare her off to the tower. And is going to finish the spell. Holy crap. Of, tech magic.
Well, with detect magic, your home lights up, and the unseen servant, you can see the outline of him.
Fantastic. You're bulkier than I imagined, but,
And you notice the scale does kind of glow with an aura of magic.
looks at the child.
She has an aura. Kind of like Thormir, but stronger.
It's just gently puts the scale on and just next to the child. Could you explain this, or correction? Are you willing to?
You said you needed a scale.
Yes, darling. I was speaking metaphorically, it would be marvelous to have anything dragon. But, you've just pulled one off of you. Are you okay? First off, just takes off the shirt tiny bit and just starts putting a little rag there, damping, just making sure it's dry and clean.
It hurt. I'm okay.
Yes, but to be frank, child,
Autistic dragon girl is fucking fantastic.
child, what are you? What is this? This is a dragon scale? Out of the dragonborn.
Lars is having a fucking generational crash out right now.
Are you a dragonborn child?
No.
So you're-
Dragonborns are the ones that are like, they look like lizards, right?
Yes.
No, I don't look like a lizard.
Okay. So, looks around again. Is being careful. So, is this magic then? I don't mean to pry, child, but I'm
Mom
fascinated.
Mom told me that I needed to go to one of the nobles and tell them I was their daughter. Because I'm different.
Yes, child, clearly. Searching about the employer. Is our employer a dragon? Is your mother has a lot of scales?
No.
Or just, oh, I feel to small more questions. At the second, are you willing to disclose anything with me, child? We are safe, I have looked. For now.
Not without everybody.
That is fair. That is fair.
Thormir asked my name earlier. I thought about giving it, but I thought it would be rude to you and Mr. Darrow.
How would it be rude?
Because Thormir knows my name and you all don't.
I've known that she was something of a dragon the longest.
Well, a name is special. But it is something to be shared.
A
And
name
if you
is a
were to
name.
share it with... Yes, that is very true. You're not a demon or fiend, are you?
No. Mom says demons and fiends are bad creatures.
Yes, yes, I am very bad. I'm just questioning everything that I've been taught to of everything with this scale here. Again, I'm grateful for this. I'm just curious for your sake. If you're okay.
If you mean the scale, it hurt, but I'm okay.
Oh, it's great to hear.
It'll grow back in a few days.
Oh. Is it just your arm, or is it your entire body, or is...
I have them on my shoulders, and on my hips, and on my calves.
Oh. Arcana check.
Feel free.
22.
22? You're not entirely sure as to why, but you're relatively sure that these scales on her are magic of some kind. And you're not entirely sure as to what she's talking about or why she is the way that she is, but you do know that some are born with magic, so there's a possibility that she is some kind of sorcerer, and this is how the magic is showing itself on her body.
Dragonborn sorcerer, bloodline. Does he know about that?
You would know that there are a number of casters that are born with magic, and some have different ways of showing it. Some magic is much more wild, some is a different kind of origin altogether. It just depends.
Ours is just. Well then. Thank you for sharing with me this very personal gift of yours.
You said that you needed it.
Well, I'm gonna find a way to need it real quick. Let's see if this works. Would you like to help me?
I have nothing else going on.
Okay, then. Let us begin. This is gonna grab a little file thing and just. I know this is gonna be hard, but we need to. It's just going to explain slowly how he's gonna try and do of refining the ink, refining the scale so small and down so it blends well with the ink. And maybe transfer over the possibilities.
It'll take you some time, but if you'd like to, go on ahead and roll an Arcana for me.
14.
14? It's definitely obvious this is your first time working with a scale,
Yes.
so you're not entirely sure as to how to deal with this, but you're getting there.
That's after a while.
So.
I'm just gonna take a short break. Would you like to practice some magic?
I learned new magic after the last fight.
Oh, you did. Would you care to show it?
Can I? That's the question. Just a moment. To show it, I have to have an area. I can show one of them here.
Huh?
How attached are you to your eyes?
Very attached to my eyes.
They'll still work after.
You know what? Magic is need to be shown.
Oh boy.
Make a con save.
I'm gonna willingly.
You're gonna
fail.
willingly fail? Your eyes glaze over and you can no longer see as she casts blindness and deafness on you.
Ooh.
Ah!
I see, I'm legally blind.
Well. Oh. Just. Okay.
I don't know how long
Well-
it lasts.
What was that, dear? I see your mouth moving, but I can't Oh, good.
Hold on.
Good job.
Sorry.
Actually, no, I can't even see you.
Blindness
I
slash
can't even
deafness
see.
is blind or deafen.
Which one?
She chooses blind.
Ah. Oh, I can hear you, but I can't see you.
I don't know how long it lasts.
Oh.
This is my first time using the spell.
This is the first time me using my spell. Please out. I can't see, or I've lost all. Harbor.
After a minute, it
Please
wears
help.
off.
This is
Help,
what you get for
please.
pulling a prank on me, bitch.
Please hold me up, thank you. Harbor's just rocking him.
After a minute, it does dissipate, and you regain your sight.
Thank you, Hopper. Yeah, put me down now.
His emotional support butler.
Emotional
Yeah.
support butler.
He tends for my every need. He helps cook too. He doesn't do well so far.
I have another spell that I learned.
Oh,
Oh boy.
oh, great! Smacks the top of his head. There we go. Let's go outside. Show me. If anything happens, we can just whisk on away.
Let me see really quick. Perfect.
That's some good dark chocolate.
She then steps outside with you, and she tries to find a space that's relatively empty. And she looks towards it, and she touches her own shoulder, and you notice magic kind of suddenly wafts over her, and her eyes turn from the emerald green that she has now. They then narrow as they look more reptilian. She then holds her hands out towards you.
Oh. Okay. Okay with this. I have spell up. Okay. I love the weakest health member in the group besides the child is getting targeted for target practice. I'm okay with this.
You asked for it.
Yes. I
And
thought
you
she was
don't
just gonna...
need to make a save, because she uses a sorcery point to give you careful spell, which means you automatically succeed. As she creates a 15-foot cone towards you of fire.
I wonder what it is.
She rolls
Does
3d6.
Boromir see this?
4,
She casts
3,
what on him?
4. So that's 8, 11. So you take 6 fire damage as you take half on a success.
You just got charbroiled by the fucking little girl.
Starts putting out his beard. Oh, oh, I like all you did there. I saw that little flare of spark. Ooh. Mm. Does the beard look okay?
You look charred. I thought
Yes,
that
I
it would.
am, darling.
I thought that it would help you dodge the magic or make the magic go around you.
Oh, it
but
did.
It-
No, it did.
It did not
It is
work the way
fine.
I had thought it would.
I'm going to take 6 points of damage. Oh, I need a real con save. I fail. Detect magic is gone. Same time, it's probably long gone. Little child, that woke me up. Just right fine.
Thormir, you would have seen the light through the trees as you are practicing your archery, and heard the whoosh of flame, followed by the sudden surprised noises of a gnome.
I would have dashed on towards them.
Ugh. Well,
You
not
see
it.
a slightly charred Lars.
And he's helping the child, and she has an ice knife in
Lightly
his...
seasoned.
Here she has an ice knife in his hand. He's gently put the spell in her hands. Yeah, don't throw this one at me.
Don't
melts.
throw this at me.
Don't throw this one at me. Throw it off in... just gonna point in the general direction of the woods where he thinks Falmer is.
God.
Thormir?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Not found. Yeah.
what's the
Or-
range on your ice knife?
60 feet.
She doubles that.
Oh,
So, okay, what dice do I need to roll for a save?
well,
Probably
it
a
was-
deck save, but
it's gonna be she has to roll the hit, even if it's. The question is if she's gonna hit you or not, or a tree.
Well, it's your spell, so it's your to hit.
Oh. +7.
No, that's a tree.
And I guess I roll damage.
The ice wraps around the tree trunk. You're fine.
Well, it's
does he want to
86.
obliterate the fucking tree?
But you do notice that it flies 120 feet, and you're pretty sure it's not supposed to do that.
Whoa! You have such potential, my darling girl. As she deals 11 points of cold damage. Alone.
Thormir, you return to see Lars slightly charred, and Jade with reptilian eyes. Before she waves.
Hello.
Hello? And could
Well,
anybody explain to me what the fuck is going on?
what does it look like?
You're charred,
Uh-huh.
and Girly here has reptilian eyes.
Yes. We're practicing magic.
I
My
have new
master
spells.
wants- Yes, he does. Look what he
And-
does.
Okay. I was just minding my own business, doing my stuff, and then all of a sudden I hear a gnome, you nars, just making a little like kind of sound of some sort. So I thought
Was that
I
an
just-
ah sound, darling?
Yeah,
I thought it was an eep.
You made a noise.
Just sounds out of my gnomish character.
I just wanted to see if everything was okay, because I just saw a big boom of light. Enough.
That was fire.
Yes. Yes, very much so.
I can also
I-
do ice. And acid.
Ooh, that's
And
just-
lightning.
Ooh, lightning's
You
more
know
fun.
about the lightning.
And poison.
Oh, poison is interesting.
You're a jack of all trades with all that.
I have the perfect spell for you. He's gonna take her inside. He's gonna try to start teaching her. He's got a bit of mink, so he's gonna try and start teaching her chromatic orb.
If y'all are just gonna be just training, practicing magic, I'll leave you be. I'm just gonna go back to where I was.
You could always join us. You might learn something.
What could I learn with magic?
You've cured wounds before. Maybe you can learn a bit more about aiming, or learn maybe a different aspect that you've never thought of. Magic is limitless, my friend. Always evolving, always growing.
Well, I'm
Even the
gonna-
best of us, even
I
the best of
also
us
have
cannot
another
gather
one
much.
that I
Oh,
can cast
you-
all of the time.
What is it?
How close is Thormir?
He's definitely within 120 feet now.
Yeah, probably within 10, 15 feet.
About 10?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Then she's gonna use another sorcery point as she doubles the range, and I need Thormir and Lars to both make a con save.
What the fuck?
That would be a 17.
17?
Mm-hmm.
17 for me too.
Oh, good. Her save DC is 10. Neither of you take the damage, but you hear a boom as her hands collide and a loud clap of thunder resonates through the area.
Oh,
Darrow, you hear it 100 feet away. Oh.
I know that it's just them.
We might need to take it down a notch, because we are just visitors in this town, and a lot of this might be pretty wild for them, even though they live in a necromantic town. That's pretty wild in its own way.
I
But
made
you know.
Mr. Lars blind for a minute.
yes, he did.
Thormir just laughs.
You have enough to make it. Do you have enough to do it one more time?
No.
No,
Just no.
no, Lars, no. That's too funny. A blind gnome.
Yes, it is, and he's just talking to the girl, and he's just doing his little wave of his wand that he's just naturally doing, and your shoes smell like rat skin.
Why?
Why not? You can't tell this early, but as soon as you reach down to tie your shoes again.
Rat skin's
Well.
a choice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Thormir chooses to kind of hang out with y'all because
Picks up
what you
his
said-
feet. Places the spot again.
I just wanted, it's because what you said with different angle, like different perspective, kind of resonated with him.
Okay. We only do this so many times before rest. We're gonna try it again. This time, aim for that tree. Gonna cast an Ice Knife.
I thought you said you were trying to teach her chromatic orb.
Oh, that too.
She takes it, and that's a natural one. She goes to throw
Oh.
it, and she releases far too early, and it goes straight up. I need all of you to make a dex save.
Oh! Hops over the child.
What's your save DC?
Levi's
15.
asking if he has
I'm
Not
holding
you,
on to the
not you.
child.
No, you're fine, Darrow.
I am determined to finish this fucking carving, even though these idiots are blowing themselves up in the background.
I
Funny
got a
enough, it's
12.
mostly Jade doing it.
That's fine.
But
it's just
you said it was what save?
15, and Lars is just gonna cover the try to cover as much as possible with his body.
Thormir not knowing what to do, just to
I saved
out
my
of
own
the way.
spell save.
Nice. She does too.
10 roll damage. 1,
So I rolled a
3.
12 for the save, so I
5.
don't know if I take damage or
You
not.
fail. So you
I
take
did.
full damage. So you take free damage, me and the girl... No, you take 5 damage, me and the girl take free damage. Unless I don't know how much I can take for her.
You could take all of it.
Yeah, I'll take all of it.
All right.
I'll take 6 points of damage.
So that happened.
Yes.
Ugh. It has a bunch of ice needles in the back. Oh. Hi there. Would you... Oh, yes, thank you. Oh no, wait. Harper, no!
I'm gonna use the restroom really quick.
Harper did not make the save. He's dead.
Fucking what?
Harper is dead. Because Harper has a single hit point.
I'll be back in a minute.
His emotional support butler is gone.
He existed for all of 30 minutes.
What was that spell that happened? I'm guessing like this AoE effect of just ice needles.
So it's ice knife, so you throw the knife. If you hit, deals a 1d10. Pretty good for one low spell. But where it shines in is what it does after. Everything within a 5-foot radius has to roll a dex save or take 3d6. It's a level 1 spell.
Ah.
It's actually 2d6. Apparently, I was looking at the second level version. So you take. So subtract 2 damage. I subtract. So it became 3 damage in total because I rolled really bad. So I get. Since it's free, we got half, so I take 4, so I regain 2.
By the way, Alexandra and I have been watching That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, and she's enjoying every bit of that anime.
Rimaru!
It's so good.
It really is.
Oh, you finally watched it?
I've watched a portion of it, yeah. I haven't watched all of
It's so good.
it. Yeah.
And I'm currently watching the new season of Doctor Stone, so that explains the Doctor Stone gifts.
No one's fun because you learns everything.
Hmm?
That's a fun one.
Oh yeah. And if anybody here is a fan of solo leveling, new season's out.
Yes, it's good.
I have to watch the newest episode, but man, so good.
Crap, I don't even know if he can hold me. I'm wide enough he can hold me. He's got a strength score of 2.
Your emotional support butler?
Mm-hmm.
What exactly is he? Is he just something you create?
I
from
created-
It
nothing?
comes with the tower.
Nope.
Ah,
I've had this for a lot longer than that. We didn't have really any place for me to cast it. I've had it since the start of the campaign.
Mm.
I wonder what time of day it is right now.
Probably midday, early morning.
I'd love to know the name of Jade. Like, holy crap. I'm sorry. Starting to get really tired of calling her you or girl. Just.
She hasn't trusted us enough yet to tell us her name, and she just said that if she does, she wants to tell it to all of us at the same time.
Oh yes. That's why That's why I asked her. I want to know her name. I don't just be like you. Or the package. We haven't said that in a while. I'm also interested
Considering
in
this little child just fucking went up to a symbiote, or excuse me, goo monster with all of us and stood her fucking ground. You call her the package, I'll fucking punch you my damn self.
I'm not gonna call her a package. I'm just saying back when we. Did I just lose my? I lost the dice. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is.
Which dice was it?
D6, not
Okay.
the D4.
Okay, it's fine.
I mean, it still has sharp corners, but not as bad as before.
It's my metal dice too.
I have metal dice, yes.
I will be getting more dice in the future whenever I'm making money and I have a job. But that comes with time and healing.
I got my paycheck and I was able to afford the fucking Supervive pack. So I now have the ghost skin.
Oh, very nice. That'd be a fun game to
Yeah.
play.
They had a big update.
Oh, they did?
Mm-hmm. Gold is more impactful. They released a new champion or a new hunter. A whole bunch of movement changes. Your basic attack now can be leveled up. There's a whole bunch
Damn.
of new shit. Yeah. They been fucking working, bruh.
You like to play with us, James?
He has the game downloaded. He's just been busy.
I know he's been busy.
I'm currently busy right now.
Whenever he has time, that's when we'll play again.
Same time with. I have so little time I can actually spend for games and stuff, and most of it is more and more kind of being turned toward D&D for both this Wednesday and my play-by-posts that I DM and run.
So you're part of 3 current campaigns?
7.
At minimum, yeah.
7.
None of them are really moving, but that's how play-by-post works. It really doesn't. It works when everybody has the opportunity to play. Oh yeah, anyone got some fun questions?
Fun questions.
Well, we are streaming. We are here to entertain.
Hmm.
And this will be posted on the thing, so it'd be nice as a mod if I could just add an image or two as we're streaming when stuff like this happens and I can share stuff. Okay, let's play a game. How much health does the new Tarask have? The new edition. Tarask.
Don't even notice.
Long story short, is an all-consuming monster which even the deities fear. It is said and rumored that it will one day eventually eat everything.
1,000.
But nothing really has 1,000 unless they added something new into this game with the new manual. But no, it's not 1,000.
Is that too high?
Yep, nothing really has 1,000. Like that's 3.5 edition.
Yes,
700 pretty much.
700 for that one?
Yep, for a rolling dice, that's just as average actually. So I guess it could get to 1,000 if you're really good. Because it's 34 d20 plus 340 with an AC of 25.
Shit. I'm guessing that's one of the most powerful creatures?
Yes, that's typically one of them. It's an apocalyptic threat that, long story short, wakes up every couple hundred years, destroys a kingdom by eating it, all of it, and goes back to sleep.
Beautiful.
Yep.
How much hit points does a dragon usually have?
Depends on the stage.
Hmm.
The older it gets, the stronger the dragon gets, and there's different stages. For example, a great worm. I believe on my book. I don't have my book with me. But a great worm is one of them they added a bit later on. Bisbin's Treasury of Dragons. It should be. Going to the bestiality. But an ancient dragons typically have around 400 to 500 HP.
Hmm.
Because remember, we gotta hit it first.
I know a
What
lot
about
of the
hitting it
creatures
from the
we
back?
do.
Your mom. But,
That'd be like throwing a hot dog down a hallway. She got 4 kids. I love my mother.
yeah, I love Will's moms too. But, no, we're just talking about dragons.
Ah, neat.
What new monsters could be existing in D&D and all that?
So well, a bunch of rebranding. There is, I think I've heard word, or I hope, but they brought back an old thing called a rust monster. And for new players, and it's a very little known creature. It's an older creature, and it's a horrible, horrible monster for our levels because it is what it is. It's called a rust monster. It eats at armor, eats at anything non-magical.
So, have you all decided what you all are going to be doing for the rest of the day?
Teaching.
Mm.
And if the potion, if the ink thing worked, I'm gonna spend 6 hours on that.
Okay.
If it worked, an easy goal 150 gold in value altogether.
Well,
I'm,
it works.
I'm going just to observe.
Alright. Well, Jade walks over to Thormir. Can you go get Darrow?
Yeah, sure. Not a problem. I'll be back in just a jiffy.
No.
What? That's also if he's willing. He's currently carving a rune. He does not like being bothered.
He's
Just
probably not
ask.
gonna move then.
Just tell him I asked.
Yeah, sure.
Ooh.
Boromir leaves the Tower of Lars.
Okay, I'm just gonna start showing her a bit more of.
Actually,
There is a
I've-
massive difference between what first level and first level and describing, but he shows
Boromir's
her.
waiting at the front door, just waiting for the door to automatically open. Hey Lars, why isn't your door not opening?
A small tear goes down his face. Hopper is gone.
Oh,
He died in the blast.
I did not know. I can't
I haven't
see.
I haven't resummoned him yet.
I didn't know. And maybe
Soft,
may he rest
soft,
in peace.
soft weeping, and it's going to ritual cast Harper again.
Manually opens door and close it behind him. I just didn't know if that door actually opened by itself or not. So. Can I presume that I'm already at Doro now? Or... Yeah, I had too much chocolate. Damn it.
Yeah.
Is it? Wait. Damn. So,
You make your way back. It's not difficult.
alrighty. I enter the necromancer's house and I see Darrow. I get his attention. Just
You
by
have my
waving.
attention, but you do not have my eyes. What do you want?
Just wanted to let you know, the girl, she's asking for an audience from you. She wants to see you.
I'm not royalty. There's no audience to be had. I'm finishing my rune.
How much longer do you have on it?
It's been about 2 hours.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, hey, that's what happens when you want to spend 12 hours on one rune. His goal is
Fucking
12
worthless.
hours. About 2 hours have passed since,
Well, I can't
Lars
fucking
has-
stop, can I?
Well, you can technically speaking, it's during a long rest, which means very low activity. You could technically walk around and do it. You just can't be doing anything like adventurous. Can't be trying to climb buildings or exercise or anything like that. Have to be just doing...
So I can move while carving?
If you could make it make sense and make it careful, you could, yeah.
Do I have
Like-
to hold his blade as he carves?
Like, if you would...
Your hands aren't touching my blade. Hands off. No.
Do you have a sheath for your greatsword?
It's back.
You could take your sheath off, hold it with the sheath, and use your other hand to carve.
Yeah.
You'd be able to walk around doing that, yeah. Like I said, though, it's during a long rest, which means it has to be... Technically speaking, a long rest is any long expanse of time that your characters aren't doing anything insane. It's, you know, time
we
for
did the
sleep,
long-
time for
We did the
anything
long
like that.
rest during,
Yeah.
like when we left last night, so like...
Yeah.
But
But basically, any
First
time
minute.
of like low activity is considered a quote-unquote long rest. After 8 hours of doing basically nothing, if your character does nothing for a day, that's a long rest. So, as long as you're not, like I said, as long as you're not trying to scale mountains or climb trees or do anything like extensive, you could still consider it as light activity, which means you'd still be able to carve your rune, as long as you're doing it carefully. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. I got that song playing in my head and I don't know why.
I get it.
It's a good song though.
I mean, yeah, just fucking... Where's the girl?
That's the fun part. She's with Lars in his little. You'll see it when you see it. It's
So you're telling me I was right in my assumption that all the explosions and shit was you guys? I thought our whole point was to not disturb the townspeople.
Yes, trust me. I already told them that we need to knock it down. I was just minding my own business, doing aerostat, and then you got archery, and you got Lars and little girl doing stuff with magic. I've already been hit with one of their spells already. But you know, it is what it is. But you'll see it. It's literally a tower in the forest. Nope.
Thormir leads Darrow if Darrow follows towards the tree line. And Darrow, you can kind of see it over the trees, just a little bit. Not much, but enough. And as you walk through the
I
forest
swear
with Thormir,
to every single god that exists in this universe, if you guys get us chased out of this fucking gypsy town, someone's getting smacked.
Well, no one has a complaint just quite yet.
as Thormir and Darrow go through the trees, Thormir, you notice a few kids are like near the tower, like looking at it, knocking on it, seeing if it's real, kind of. And then as you get closer, those kids run off back into the trees, off to the side. And there you see before you a tower about 20 feet tall, as Lars has shown it. It is a very bright white.
This
The
gnome
water-
is definitely a weird one.
The water, the rain going down, it makes it glisten and shine.
You have no clue. You have to see the inside. You put a lot of detail to it. That's for sure.
Oh my god. gosh.
Knocks on the door. Tries to see if it opens up by itself again. Still kind of confused.
Has it been 10 minutes?
Walking back, talking to Darrow and trying to get him out there, and walking back out. Yeah, I'd say about 10 minutes has passed.
Okay, sweet. The door opens up by itself.
Thank you, emotional support butler.
There is no response.
Yeah, that was me, not the butler. Unseen servant doesn't talk.
Yet.
Yes, he says. Alright. We walk on in.
They're not on the first floor. We
I've been summoned by a small child.
Inside
The
there's a giant.
latch connecting to the top floor, as I would love to rule a cullet and let you build your spiral staircase, but it's
You. I want that. Later.
later. This
Later.
is your first time using the spell.
Mm-hmm.
The latch connecting to the upstairs, however, is open, and you notice Jade's head pokes out upside down, looking at Thormir and Darrow, before suddenly going back in to the latch. And you hear,
Got the here?
they're here.
Come on up,
Thormir,
guys.
what the fuck is going on in here?
It's a full kitchen. It's beautiful. It's warm. It's comfortable. It's
Dry.
too nice.
Do you not know how to not be grandiose with your magic, you fucking weirdo?
I told you.
Would you rather I just make it so that we're living uncomfortably and where you can sleep outside?
I'm not putting up that tent.
And Darrow just starts scribbling on his, carving on his great rune a little bit more, waiting for them to get done with whatever the fuck they're doing.
Oh, shit.
Oh yeah, by the way, I started inscribing the spell, so I'm not going down. Sorry, it's more comfortable up here.
So how do you go? Like, is it just like a
It's
staircase?
a ladder. It's a ladder for now.
A ladder?
Next time, staircase. If DM allows a rule of cool.
As you get better with the spell, I'll allow you to do more with it, but it has to stay within the constraints of the spell itself, which means 20 feet tall, and there are very few things that you can change about it other than, like the spiral staircase is very simple. It's, it's a staircase, but there are things like, the magic ink we had talked about. There, you can't really do that unless you want your spell to disappear. So...
No, I didn't. Yeah, no, I wasn't planning on doing the ink. I'm like, it's a fast one-time use spell.
Fair enough.
So I
But-
have Darrow here who doesn't want to move from the first floor. And then I have Lars who doesn't leave the second floor. Whatever must I do?
Jade's head pokes back out, down towards the others, upside down. Y'all coming up?
Kinda busy, small one.
I can lift your sword up for you if you want.
Thormir staying quiet.
Lars, have you been teaching the child how to do magic?
She's kind of learning it by herself. I'm trying to teach her to wield it a tiny bit better. She's
I blinded Lars.
I wouldn't start laughing. She's gonna do it on you eventually.
Oh, I think that's just beautiful revenge for you making her do a prank on me. I didn't even have to tell her to do it. starting to like this kid. Even more than usual.
Alrighty. Is there any way you can go up to the second floor, or if I have to try to convince Lars to come down here?
Fuck it. I'll go up to the second floor.
Alrighty.
Is it just me wanting to describe my scenario? Yes. It
Oh,
is
of course
a
it is, you fucking grandiose motherfucker.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It is a even more grandiose place compared to the basement. Study, a lot of books, few tables, a very large it's a normal sized bed,
She's
fluffy.
converting 2 first level spells to get points for a second level. I'm talking to myself. This is my first time using a sorcerer, so I'm figuring out sorcery points.
Very interesting.
You were saying?
Either way, he's got a little spot of tea in there. He's warm. He's got a big, fluffy chair, which is a normal sized chair for everyone else. No, it's a normal sized chair for everyone else, but for him, it's a perfect big grandiose chair. There's no. And he's got a lot of ingredients out, and he's just writing furiously on notes, a lot of spell tables and everything. Ah, you made it up. Make yourself at home. Yes.
Ramiro goes to sit down on one of your chairs.
Oh, it's fluffy. It's comfortable.
There you go,
Yeah.
Teddy.
I'm just basically standing right at the top of the ladder, still carving away.
Keep away. Not bad for a first cast. I wonder how I can make it better. I have several ideas.
You can only put in the water feature. That's for sure.
Maybe.
But we already had that from outside.
Yes, but there's also a big difference if I'm going to do it. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to make it so it's nice. We're going to have a steam room.
I would not be opposed to that.
Steam room. We're going to have a nice... I'm going to go a bit crazy here and go with an ivory tub with... Oh, it's hot water.
Just looking up from inscribing on his runes, or on his greatsword. You don't know how to do anything very minuscule, do you?
Oh, that's right. I forgot to add the smell of mint everywhere. Oops.
Oh boy.
Oh my god, if he did that. Personally, for myself, that would give me a hell of a headache. Thornmere, I don't know if you'll get a headache from mint.
Then lavender.
Lavender's lovely.
Just look around. Oh, I can do that now, actually. Places one of it. Smells like lavender in the room.
Alan.
No, child. We're all here. What did he wish to discuss?
Will's still figuring his shit out.
She looks to each of the group. My name's Faradi.
Ferrati. Oh. Ferrati. Oh, it's
Awesome.
fine.
Nice to know your name so I can stop calling you little girl.
Did you put the spelling in the fucking Discord?
I'm swapping out young package now.
I thought we switched it for child. Child was great. Boy.
Karate. Ferrati. Ferrati. My name is Ferrati, and I'm not that nobleman's daughter.
Oh,
Okay.
Thought he said porqué, I'm not gonna lie.
No, not porque.
yeah.
For why?
What?
Okay.
I can't say I'm not surprised, kid, but also
Let's see.
then why are we taking you across the entire island?
Yeah,
Mother
that's
said that I needed protection for a while because I'm different. She said to go tell one of the nobles that I was their kid.
Oh, you should have got the
Di-
noble's
uh,
attention.
Different
actu-
how? Darrow's kind of just
Oh yes, that. But yeah,
not exactly carving right now and more just focusing on this, but
She then stares at Darrow for a minute, looks at Lars, then
because technically I don't know all the shit that they just did, so
Mhm.
nope. Not even
And-
Faramir. Or Darren. I get too much stuff
She
so
then-
easily.
pulls her cloak and her shirt off to the side, where you can see the entirety of her shoulder covered in black scales.
Don't ask. I don't know. I've been trying.
Dragonborn? Looking at Lars.
I thought that at first. No. I believe it was a part of a sorcerer's origin, which leads to much greater implications.
What implications are you trying to say?
Well, holds up the half-used dragon scale.
Oh,
Aren't you happy?
There is a spot where the scale was that it looks like it's
She
been
gave it willingly
scabbed
fully.
over.
She did out of nowhere, by the way. Out of nowhere.
Lars
Is
said
what he
he
says
needed
true?
a scale.
are
And you gave it
Well.
willingly?
He said that a scale would make things easier. And
Are you feeling
And
he
okay?
the
didn't-
little did I know she took it as literally. I didn't know about this.
Mr. Lars
She's
said
there.
that a scale would make things easier, and I have them.
And you gave it willingly. I don't have to kill him.
I could do that.
He's shard and everything. Yes, she can.
I
Don't
could
know why
also
you're
make
smiling
him
at
blind.
that, but
He would not see his death coming.
good to know.
He also gave me his dagger. It makes things easier.
What have you been teaching the kid while I was gone?
Throwing
really?
magical ice. You know my what's the little fun ice trick. I've
Mr.
been
Lars
teaching.
has been teaching me magic. You taught me how to swing a sword. Mr. Thormir, I've been watching shoot arrows. I can kill Lars.
No killing the gnome, kid. No killing the gnome.
Just writing a large description. Yes.
I
No
wouldn't
scan.
hurt Mr. Lars.
Oh, he's visibly eases.
Well, little Miss Ferrati, we'll figure out what
That was me, not for her.
Okay, okay. We'll figure out what our next plan is after we deal with the business in Condre. If you want to stay with us, you're more than welcome to.
So,
Because, frankly, I'm pretty sure I can speak for all of us here when I say we like having you around.
what do you even want to go across, Shanta?
I don't really care. Mom said that I needed protection, so I figured the easiest way to get it would be doing what she said and talking to one of the nobles.
Do you know your mother's name, by any chance?
Jesus looks.
Her name is Mom.
Rightfully so. I just had to ask.
She said that the easiest way for protection would be talk to a noble. But then the nobleman said that I wasn't his. Which, he's right.
More the
But-
reason why I don't want to bring you across this island then.
Then you all showed up.
Well, either way, we got paid to do a job.
We got paid at least half. I don't really care for the other half. It's very was a cheap job in the first place.
Oh, extremely cheap. Oh my gosh. Either way, thank you for fighting us, child.
Well, I figured it best to tell you, as I have almost died, and you all had to fight that steam creature.
Speaking of which,
And
would you have any inkling to who or what?
Mom says that it's a bad man trying to get us. He creates objects and creatures like that.
Is he
like
No.
just the stone golem, or like
I
the
don't know.
necromantic bullshit we saw here?
Mom says that he creates things. I don't
Is
really
he-
know anything else.
good with magic?
hmm Mom says that he's been chasing us for a while, but Mom's been hiding us really well.
Where is your mother?
She kind of stares at Thormir for a minute and then just... But I figured I'd tell you all my name at least.
You've
Oh.
already graced us with information. Thank
I
you for
won't
that.
press.
Looks up. So now what?
Well, I vote not to take her across this island because the nobleman already knows that's not his daughter, and
Who knows
Must
what'll
be
happen
more
once
of
we
a
get her there?
puzzle.
From my assumption, that is not true. He doesn't know. He doesn't believe it, but he believes there might be a chance.
All that matters is we have a job that we're gonna do in Comdre. Once that... Fuck, what was he? Priest? Bishop?
Yeah. I'm tempted
Once
to
the elf
bark-
gets back with the carriage, we have a job to do in Comdre, and that's all we're gonna worry about for now.
Yes, I do. We have another matter to worry about, sadly.
And that is.
Whoever that boy, well, that young man, whoever that necromancer actually was. Not Eldon, not Eldon, London,
Well, then,
no Eldon, not too Eldon, but whoever. Did the boy say a name, like curse you something?
nope.
That
Pretty
person.
sure by the time that
Because
goo took control of him, I'm pretty sure he died in the process. So nothing was said. I was standing right next to him. And trust me, pretty sure I would have heard it.
alrighty, but since yeah, Sarati has shared us a kind gift, it's time for me to share the spoils of our indenture. Starts pulling out all the potions. I have identified every single one of them. And the quality is amazingly high. Masterful work. Most of which do well for both of you. To each of you, I pulls out two small, there's all olive size vials with a weird cork, small fin. This is a one-time use, known as an oil of sharpness. Before a fight, you coat your weapon in this, and it'll be magically enchanted for an hour or so, I think. I need to double check, but
I must ask then. How would I apply this on a bow and arrow?
you don't.
Just my sword?
Mhm.
Understood.
I can look for the times real quick on D&D Beyond, but I'm just moving around. For you, I have something special for you, Faramir. Holds up a not giant, but oh my god, Darrow, Farmer. I've been messing with terms all day. Give me a break. For Darrow, I have this. Holds out a potion that's literally this, like, you see my hand? That's how big it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's giant. Inside, there's a toe.
Actually, oil of sharp. Really quickly before you get too deep into describing, oil of sharpness is a clear gelatinous oil that sparkles with tiny, ultra-thin silver shards. The oil can coat one slashing or piercing weapon, or up to 5 pieces of slashing or piercing ammunition. Applying the oil takes 1 minute, and for 1 hour, the coated item is magical and has a +3 bonus to attack and damage rolls.
Wait, +3? +3 is insane.
That means whenever you go to swing, instead of that +7 to hit with, +7 to hit with Thormir's arrows, you can make 5 of them do +8.
Damn.
And Darrow's greatsword, instead of a +7, if I'm not mistaken, right? +7? +6?
Are you talking about
Your greatsword, you're to hit DC.
+6?
+6?
Does that
you
be
would
a
be doing a
non-magical?
+9. No.
Damn.
You can coat one slashing or piercing weapon.
That's really good.
Or up to 5 pieces of
So
slashing
it buffs
or
a
piercing
weapon
ammunition.
up to 5 slashing
It makes
attacks.
makes
Nope.
up +3.
Nope.
That's
It
the
And
means
then
makes it
plus 3 damage.
it's
for
+3
5 attacks,
to
right?
hit and +3 damage, and no, it's not 5 attacks. It's up to an hour.
It's 5 animation pieces.
Yep. Any attacks that you make within an hour are +3 to both to hit and damage.
So it'd be better on a sword rather than on ammunition.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Use them wisely. As for the giant potion, this thing's about the size of his head. This is gonna be hard, but you're going to need to drink this in one go. Everything, including the toenail. This is a potion of frost giant strength. It will give you the power of a frost giant. You'll be able to uproot trees and throw them.
Well, damn.
And it lasts for an hour. As for you, Faramir, you're more of the dexterous type, but there's a second potion of stone. There's a second potion, but this one's a bit weaker. So in case of we need to get out, things go bad, you can drink this one and haul us both out. Because
What do I
That's-
put for the stats of the potion?
You
Frost potion.
just add it to your inventory. Should be a frost giant potion.
So I'm getting a frost drying potion too.
frost, not frost,
No.
stone giant.
What kind of giant?
Stone.
Stone.
Dang.
And I get frost giant, right?
Mm-hmm. You're more reliant on strength, so you'd be the better pick. That this thing. Items. I need a drink. Let's see
Yes,
one more.
potion
thing
of
real
frost
quick.
giant strength. Strength score changes to 23 for 1 hour.
Okay, that's 2. For you, dear. Here you are.
Potion of frost giant strength and what?
Oil of sharpness.
Oh, I already got the oil of sharpness.
Yeah, I've only given you 2 so far. As for you, child, here you are. I'm giving her a potion of climbing. As for me, I guess I would say I don't know what we can call a group, but we'll call this a group bag items. Where you just simply come to me and take it if you really feel like we need it. Antitoxin. Very good stuff. Very good stuff. Very important when that time means useless on the other hand. Potion of heroism. Makes you, well, hero. Is how it is. This makes you, for player-wise, it gives you temporary 10 HP for an hour, and for the same rotation, you have the Bless spell.
Who's this
The
being
plus-
given to?
No, this is just a group. So this will be on his possession until you need it, as well as antitoxin. For me, I got something a bit special, which I'm going to keep to myself. But I will show you both of them. And I
Just
will
so
suggest...
everyone knows, potion of heroism is kind of daunting to look at for a moment because it is blue and it bubbles and steams as if boiling.
This one I'll keep for myself. Potion of clairvoyance. Allows me to, well, use clairvoyance. These 2 things, how wonderful. He pulls out a weird, highly sealed jar with little latches and everything. This is something special. Very, very special. Other known as Sovereign Glue. And for your own sakes, out of your curiosity, do not touch it, do not open it, without me being here. And trust me, I will know if you ever go digging in it, and you try to figure out what it does.
Damn, stopping from me.
Karate stares at the glue.
I am warning you, child, do not open it, unless I am near. Also, I don't know how many charges it has, or how much is left in it. If it's a full thing, full. I am not showing the 3rd one. I'm keeping that one to myself. Actually, no, the curiosity is going to probably boil over in 2 of you, so I'm just going to show it now. You're busy, Darrow. I can't disturb your work. Faramir,
Hey,
stick out your hand.
what?
Oh, come on. You want to see what it does? Certainly, right? And starts uncorking it slowly.
Okay.
Puts a little dab of it, just the smallest dab, quickly corks it onto your hand. Okay, go touch something. Not me.
Touch me and I'll fucking rip
Slightly.
your arm off.
It's so tempted to touch Arrow.
No, no, you don't.
Where's your servant?
Oh, you can't touch him.
Well, I go grab one of your books off the shelf and just plump.
You try to let go. It doesn't come off. No matter what you do, it doesn't come off. You start damaging my book, it doesn't come off. It's just there.
This is like it's like glue. What? What is this?
Gee.
I knew it. I should have touched Darrow's face. Just
If you
That
touched my face, I would have fucking ripped it off for you.
that would have been very painful.
Your hand would still be on my face. You wouldn't be.
Starts thinking about it. That would be a very disgusting thing of a constantly ever forever rotting thing on your hand,
so.
on your face.
How long does this stay on my hand, or is this like permanent?
Oh, it's forever. It will never come off.
Ferrati takes a light sidestep away from the bottle of glue.
It will never come off. You touch something, it will never come off. You touch the ground by accident, you put a good time for this, and you touch the ground, you will never come off. You would have to rip off your hand, pretty much, in a sense. Either way, he just walks over and pulls out another little vial and just falls right off. So don't touch my bottle, or I will glue you to the ground.
I wasn't even planning on it.
Yep, and just pockets both.
Noted. Not to use as lube. I think we've all seen that American Pie movie.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I
Hilarious scene.
I don't want to know. Either way,
I hate it here
enjoy.
sometimes.
Yes. Welcome to my world. Constantly
The
with
worst
you
part
two.
is your sweet supple baby self doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. I do.
I kind of got an idea real quick. I'm like, because sadly, lube has lost its main use of what it really was designed for.
Stop talking, James. Just before you just stop talking. Stop
There's
talking. Stop talking. Stop talking.
I was just trying to make a reference.
Nonetheless, you all may continue with what you were doing.
Yep. Thank you for spending this. I'm going to be focusing on this. This takes a lot of time and effort. You can watch if you want. It goes for you too. Free, actually, all of you. And just slowly, ever so carefully, just goes back to it. With the slightest change, the center erupts. Rock ever flying. Crumples up the page and throws it. Starts over again.
The book that got stuck to my hand, I choose to read it.
Darrow just sits on the ground and continues carving his rune.
great.
Not even gonna lie, I thought he was frozen until his eyes moved.
Yeah, seriously.
You found a book on the grand designs of the Arcanum.
Matt just staring at it, just, I understand none of these words.
I'm
Gaze upside
doing my
down.
best.
And it's an extremely highly.
He's too embarrassed to put the book back, so he's committed to reading it, but he's just sitting here like, what the fuck?
I know some of these words by themselves.
And
I understand the
essence
word
of
the
dragon.
and.
I just wish I could pull out like a pair of glasses and just like shuffle them up with like my like leg crossed over, just stroking my beard as I read it. Like I understand every single fucking
He's
thing
smoking
about this.
he's smoking a corncob pipe, but bubbles come out instead of smoke.
Exactly. Has to. And instead of ale, it's actually just apple juice.
Have- Gee,
But as of right now, Thormir is really wanting some ale. He wants some liquor.
Uncorked wine bottle that I bought 3 of. This pours a long glass.
Lars. Sharing is caring.
Aren't I already sharing?
Oh, you're sharing the title yet, I get it. Do you have a book that I can actually read in here? I will admit, I cannot understand a damn word about
Grab
it.
that green one.
I don't
Place
think
it on the fish shelf.
puts back the book and then grabs the green one.
How to shoot a bow. Why does he has a big grin on his face? I wanted to be an archer when I grew up because I didn't want to be. It was in my rebellious days when I didn't want to become an alchemist and magician.
You know what? Thormir is literally debating about hauling this fucking book at your face. Kinda insulting.
Lars is just.
Standing there looking at this book. It says, I bet I could tell you almost everything inside this goddamn book.
Oh, I have it memorized. Go ahead. It didn't help.
Puts it back on the shelf. I guess there's nothing for me here to read.
I was joking. Get the one next to it.
I swear. Grabs the book.
Alchemical arrow schematics and designs.
A
In a
chemical?
sense.
What's that?
Read
The
the book
theory
and find
of-
out.
Thormir reads it.
A lot of it is just alchemy talk in general of, okay, what works well with putting on arrows? What works is like what poisons? At what point does the arrow deteriorate? And then it starts talking about the idea of making a fused arrowhead.
I was actually thinking about that already.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good book so Thormir can actually learn it. But he should actually have some general knowledge of it from his past, but
Just in case he didn't know anything else.
speaks out loud to the Lars. Do you have more books like this? Or is this all? Like I like to
I don't think have anything on enchant. I don't think you're strong enough in magic for enchanting yet. I have one book on that, which I read halfway, but fell asleep.
Do you have anything about poison?
Yes. Many. However,
Look who
what
has
are you?
joined me.
However, how many are you? What are you looking for?
Just the poisons to rub on my weapons.
I have been commandeered.
Those top 4 shelves. Don't touch the black one.
This is a rare moment
May
caught on
I ask
camera.
why? Not the black one.
Some things aren't supposed to be learned.
You're asking me not to push the big ass red button. This is really hard for me. But I'm trying to be like Thormir, and I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna try to respect that. But then there's the part of me who's like, push the fucking button!
Oh, no worry. Lars would actually cast you out of the castle. And since the book is bound to the place, it would disappear in your hands.
Aye.
Actually, I
Noted.
don't have that power yet,
I mean, they should.
but you don't know that.
Yes. Well, I just continue reading the one book until later to read the others.
She's actually being like cute and not a menace. Oh my gosh.
Just wait.
It's
She
more.
does this almost every day, but as soon as the camera comes on, she refuses to be cute and cuddly. But I think I've been so like busy up here, she's been like, okay, fuck you, it's cuddle time now.
You also been working too, so that also.
Mm-hmm.
It depends.
Oh, dude, every single time I come home from work, she immediately runs up to me, and if I don't pick her up within 10 seconds, she will start to climb me. She hasn't done that since she was a kitten. Huh. Mm.
Well, I'm going to be spending 6 hours, so the rest of the day, on incorporating this spell into my book.
And I'm just gonna be reading all the books that Lars recommended.
Every once in a while, it's
Carving runes.
going to a couple rocks are going to explode everywhere from the paper out of nowhere.
Rocks explode from the paper?
Mhm.
Okay.
Magical. He's describing magical runes and properties into the papers for him to bunch of casting.
Budget casting.
This is why inscribing spells is so expensive. Failure and success. A 9th level spell takes 18 hours to describe and cost about 450 gold pieces to describe. And that's just the cost to put it into your book, into your own language. Not even like spell material cost, everything.
I thought you were just randomly jostling your own titties, and then I realized it was your book.
If I wanted to jostle my own titties, I would jostle my own titties.
I don't know, you might just be ADHD board just going me 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 me.
So, you all spend the rest of the day doing your own things.
Mm-hmm.
Night slowly comes. The evening getting closer and closer. Ferrati is taking a nap in the corner of the room, laying on the floor with her back against the bookshelf with the cat in her lap.
Did you? Yeah.
The little black cat that's been following me around and sitting on me.
The little begins to blow up in the air. Darrow's never seen this. Just floats, and is just brought over to the bed.
She was really interested in the inscribing at first, but about an hour in, she got bored.
You're just like we have find just.
She doesn't like wizardry.
Line.
She likes sorcery, not wizardry. She likes the practical application of you teaching her how to control a lightning bolt, not writing it down in a book 15,000 times.
But eventually, get my spell. And after 6 hours, he looks tired. There's a few bludgeoning on his face from rocks just spattering up. Ah, finished. Looks at the page in his new book. This scroll that he held in his hand that we found earlier turns to dust. It is. I will need to prepare some costly tests tomorrow. I hope that I won't agree to, but never knows. Yep, time to eat. Goes down. There's no food in the pantry, so or the place. So he's like, I need to figure out how to make food.
Did you say that out loud?
Mm-hmm.
Lormir grabs into his backpack and throws over a fruit to Lars.
Oh, that fruit?
Huh?
That fruit? That apple?
I had a fruit. I have 6 local
lady.
fruit, so...
Oh. Oh, thank you.
Not a problem.
Ador, would you kindly make this into an applesauce? Thank you. You can just imagine the peeling of the air, just the apple floating, the knife floating, just.
Well, if there's nothing else that you all would like to do for the night.
There is one thing. He's gonna put a big bar on the door.
Okay. Well, you
And
all
it's kind of this
are able
whole
to
ladder.
you all are able
Ladder's
to
down there.
get your rest in as Darrow, you begin or you finish up your rune after a long day of working on it. You all are able to pick a spot within this tower and find a bit of rest as the night begins, and if anyone would like to, you can stay up.
I will.
Okay.
Just purely by habit.
Okay, how long are you staying up?
Okay. What's the current time relatively to ours?
I mean, it's early evening, getting into that point of the night where the cloud cover and the rain makes it almost impossible to really see outside. It's dark enough where you can tell it's nighttime. The sun has set, the purple and orange hues have gone away, night has taken hold.
I'm just gonna do my normal for myself. Just not even to my character, just me personally. If I were to stay up till later time, I'll stay up till 3 or 4 a.m.
No. No. No.
That used to be my normal schedule when I was in high school. Just stay up until
Is-
3 or 4. And then
Are you
wake up a few
snoring like a
hours.
Pokemon over there, James?
Pretty much just no. No.
Well, keep in mind
And
that
Mr. Mime.
your character does need if I remember correctly, D&D rules, isn't it 6 hours of sleep?
Thanks.
At least 6 hours of sleep. So it'll be
Yeah,
later than usual into the morning before you wake up if you plan on staying up that late.
That's fine by me.
But during your
Is that for a
watch,
short rest or long rest?
long rest,
Mhm.
8 hours of light activity at night, or once per equivalent of day, a 8-hour long rest where 6 of it is at least sleep. At least 6 of it is sleep. Unless you're an elf and then you get 4 hours of trance time. So. But, nonetheless, you all get your rest in. As you're awake, however, you notice at one point in the night, a raven lands on the windowsill of the lower floor. It seems to look in and kind of curiously look around at all the lights and everything, as if scanning the room. Only for a few moments, sorry. It sits there, kind of ruffles its own feathers, then it seems to fly off.
That's suspicious. Ravens aren't active during night.
And this is where the range of information comes in. Something suspicious.
But
It's nice when you don't have to take watches, right?
you all are able to get your long rest in. Darrow and Lars and Ferrati being the first to awake. Darrow waking up once again with a cat to the face.
Enjoying your morning puddles, I assume.
The cat says nothing, but is awake this time, as it's just sitting there by choice.
Oh boy.
It then stands, and you can feel it press on your bottom lip as it stretches before then launching itself onto the floor.
Ow.
Looks down at the cat.
Matt, why are you rolling dice?
It was completely on accident.
Just looks around. Do you approve?
I just fucking see
Well,
in the
for
top
the
corner
flush-
of D&D Beyond, just Thormir has rolled a 30 for initiative, and it's just like, what?
How?
1, the fucker's asleep. 2, when did we get into combat?
3, 30?
He's fighting his own demons in his sleep.
Keep away. I was looking at the cat. Do you approve? Or should be flashier? Softer.
What is it?
And he's talking to a cat.
And you're saying what to the cat?
We approve. Or should be softer, fluffier, more a bit more. He doesn't view it as a cat.
The cat
Never.
stares directly at you, and you notice that its cat eyes turn very human for a moment before reverting back to cat, as it then just walks off.
That's not much of an answer. More fabulous it is. Pillows everywhere.
It then starts scratching at the corner of your desk.
Ooh. It's not ugly here and it's not permanent.
Using your entire corner as a scratching post while it stares directly at you.
If that was real, that would have been worth a fortune. Oh. Let's see. Breakfast. Oh yeah, breakfast. I also need to put my spells. Just down. Close up book.
Dormir is the last to awaken.
I can wake up now.
Just about.
Just let me know when I'm good to wake up.
You're good.
I'll put the fat jokes down.
Lars has an hour that he has to take during the morning to get his spells ready, and Darrow is... Well, Darrow's going to take his hour to wake up.
You know me too well.
Let's finish this. He picks up. Man, you're lazy.
It's not lazy, I just choose not to immediately decide to fuck off with my morning.
If you say so.
Kitty cat.
The block on the door is off, by the way. And the girl is not in the tower.
The one that you don't put the fucking bell and string together, Matt!
No! You know... I forgot to actually say that, but you know, you're right. I forgot. So...
Yeah.
But he's got a man.
What are you doing?
Oh,
Just.
Ow.
Darrow! We have an
What?
issue. The kid lifted the portcullis.
What?
That's what it's called. Like the bar. She somehow lifted the bar off the frame. The door's not bored anymore and she's gone.
Damn it.
oh.
Maybe she's playing with the children. I'm hoping she's playing with the children.
Dormir's awake, right?
At this point, he can be, yeah.
Dormir, get up. We gotta go find the kid.
If he's not up, we're gonna wait.
Get
we're gonna
up.
Make him in bed.
What do you mean we have to go find the kid?
Well, she's not in the tower, and the bar on the door is fucking gone. So,
Oh, fucking goodness.
come on.
Alright. Grabs my shit and gets going. Now, time to track.
You don't
If
go very
needed.
far. She's right outside.
God damn it, Ferrati. We thought you ran off. Or someone took you.
No. Good. She's playing with kids.
Nah, she's laying in the ground.
She's just like sprawled on the grass.
Like snow angels, but on grass.
What are you doing?
She's just feeling the earth.
The bottom floor is going to be a bathroom tonight.
I also want to give you Lars and Darrow a heads up. Last night I did see something suspicious and off to me. I did see a raven at the window, looking into this tower. It was here for a while. What's odd to me is that's not usually common with ravens. They're not usually out and active at night.
Out of your magnificent, giant magic tower, you didn't make it so that we couldn't be spied on?
I don't have that type of magic capabilities yet. It's pretty strong. Magic. And it takes time.
Should I have rolled for like an animal check or like history check or something like that? That kind of knowledge, or it's just knowledge that I know?
He's not going to give you the answer now. The moment's gone.
That's just general knowledge. Birds aren't active at night. Except if you're an owl. Ravens there. Especially in rainy weather.
I think everything has adapted to this rainy world.
Yeah.
If it couldn't adapt, it's been long dead.
Yep.
Poor
Jade's
ants and
just
prairie dogs.
full starfish in the dirt in front of the place.
Parati, not Jade. Asshole.
Part of me was expecting her name to be Jade.
Just fitting.
She pulls her head back so more of her hair is in the mud now as she looks backwards towards you all.
Easy smiling.
What are you doing, kid?
Why did I feel like we adopted this kid?
Because we basically just did.
We
Like
did.
buddy daddies all over again.
Yes. Think about this. Think about this. We are the longest babysitters in the world. Until Mama comes back.
Buddy daddies.
I was saying good morning to Gorak.
Ooh. Let's go rock.
Just look over at fucking Thormir, just...
It's been
You're the one who went into the temple, you want to fucking explain that shit?
You actually have my chest going there for a second. Wow.
What?
You're
Like,
saying good morning to Gorak? What? How so?
Mama says to say good morning to Gorak every morning.
It's just the implications like
So you're just saying it's practice.
No, I
That
was
would make
saying good morning.
this opens up so many more possibilities. How deep does this rabbit hole go?
Okay.
I still hear Porquet whenever he says okay in that accent.
Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
For why?
Dormier's just speechless.
It,
Just
it really is, porque.
that hits on another level.
Alright, kid. You want...
What?
Let's get back inside. You want pancakes? Waffles? Whatever the fuck Lars was making? What were you making?
I don't have any supplies really on me. I just have rations. Yunrik was making all the pancakes.
Already. What
Warden?
does
What?
Goraki? What does Gorak mean to you?
Gorak means Gorak.
Is she just your god? Is she your goddess? Your faith?
Mama says she's not a goddess.
Wait, what? What did she just say? Wait, what?
She is the mother of all dragons.
Mama said she's not.
Mama said Gorak is a warrior.
Oh no, she really is. She carries the dragon. Not dragon, but demon.
Mama says Gorak never wanted to be a god.
I must ask, with being a former follower, I would know all this, correct?
No, this is the first time you've ever heard this.
Okay. Just
Okay, in all honesty,
Heretic!
to most followers, this would be heretical speech, actually.
I'm just literally I'm bemuzzled. Just taking off.
What's for breakfast?
Oh, we can go talk to Warden, see if he'll make you some more of his pancakes. How about that?
So, should we hit the road again or no?
On the road again.
On the road again.
I just can't wait to get on the road again.
We gotta make sure he doesn't pass us. He might be going at all haste to catch up with us.
Well, Ormir did leave him that note telling him where we went.
Same time, a note on the road.
I might need to adjust the notes, because it was more to the factor that he would have to come into the village and wait for us whenever he catches up, so I might have to adjust it to keep going this way. So instead of him stopping here and not ever catching up to us. That is if he does. That's as long as he has safe travels.
Well, the dragon about, maybe it's not.
That track was very old.
Didn't seem old to me. Either
And
way,
just
road probably
very-
would be a good call.
Dragon talk.
Indubitably.
So you all make your way back to Uaden?
Yep.
He is going to make pancakes for the child.
You make your way back.
And for us, but also for the child.
You make your way back. And you notice that a few of the houses have been cleaned out. And there are a number of people now who have crates and such put together. Small ones, carryable. They have little ropes tied to one side that make them almost like backpacks. And you notice Uaden is sitting outside his front door, kind of watching and seemingly using his book to control the undead to help clean certain things up and move things around.
What's going on?
Well, as you all walk up, Uaden, who notices you all, walks over and greets each of you. Good morning.
Good morning. What's going on here?
Good
Well.
morning, back to you.
It would seem that because of the attack, the people are wanting to move. They don't think this place is safe. And in all honesty, the buildings are rather run down. they're not safe. It's not warm. It's got leaks all over the place. There are very few buildings that are still standing properly. So they don't feel safe and they don't feel comfortable. So we are, well, they are packing things up, and within the next few days we'll be leaving. I plan on going with them and helping them to set up their new home, wherever that is.
It's
Not
good
a
that you're
bad
gonna keep
decision.
going with them. Establish a good relationship.
Well, as uncomfortable as a few of them are with my undead, a number of them are thankful, as without my warning zombies, a few would have likely gotten hurt. And without you all, many more would have gotten hurt. So, they'll be moving, I'll be going with them, and we will be finding a place for them to set up once again.
Oh. Oh.
Hopefully it's someplace a little nicer than this, in my opinion, but
Do you all know where you're going?
well, I'm not entirely sure. They say they know a place that's a little off the beaten path, but I'm still new to the continent, so
Would you like to look at our map? I can't give it to you, but I can at least give it to you so you know generally where you're at.
I have no need for it. They know where they're going for the most part, it seems, so I'll just be going along with them and following them.
Alright, okay, I would just offer.
And I thank you for the offer.
I wish you and the other people sleep levels.
I know it's not much, but you helped us. And takes out 10 gold.
Oh, that's kind of you. He says he takes it and pockets it.
You helped me with the ink, it's the least I could do.
Quite literally, the least that you could do with the ink being the trade. But I do thank you for the gesture. If you all were to run into us once again in the future, I will be happy to give you another place for rest. But
We appreciate it. If you ever need a bunch of misfits to do a job, you have our number.
Also, may I ask you for your recipe for your pancakes? They were quite scrumptious. I'll pay you.
he leans in really close. Box. I don't make anything from scratch. I make everything from boxes. I have no aptitude for cooking whatsoever. I just follow the instructions on the boxes.
I could respect that. I really can.
Just imagine, can I have your recipe? Box. Oh my gosh.
My aptitude is towards raising the dead and using dead corpses as alarms. I have no ability to cook whatsoever.
But it's just basic chemistry.
I'm not good at chemistry. I'm not an alchemist. I use dead bodies.
A man's true to his nature.
But we have to.
I'm not an alchemist. My magic raises the dead whether the chemicals inside are working or not.
Hmm. That's fair, I guess.
Alchemy was never my thing. I'm good at sewing things. I'm good at putting things together like that. That's about as far as my knowledge goes. That's why I'm able to create those. And he points over his shoulder to the massive undead conglomerate of sewn together and stapled together animal corpses that create the alarm zombies. That's where my skill lies. That's as far as my skill goes. I have no aptitude for chemicals, alchemy, art. Well, art I picked up. That's when you live as long as I do, you figure something out. But cooking is one of those things that I've never figured out. Without instructions, I will burn my kitchens. But, as I said, we'll be staying for the next couple days, so we aren't going anywhere anytime soon. They're still packing things up, making sure that they have all of their belongings. And they're trying to map out which way they're wanting to go to get where we're needing to go. Apparently it's somewhere to the northeast. So,
Most likely can be heading around Cambre area.
Andre.
well, to the south is Shanto, so northeast we're probably looking towards the falls. But
Oh.
in that direction somewhere. That's where they're speaking of, at least.
And all of us remember, we don't have like the specific names of the area, but we have like just a map.
Nonetheless, if there's anything that you all need of me, please feel free to ask. I'm still here for the next few days after all.
Will do. Thank you very much.
Does the small child still want pancakes?
Well, Kyle probably still wants pancakes, especially in this world. Pancakes are a delicacy.
But
I feel like my character's gonna have to learn how to make pancakes because Thormir likes pancakes. So
Well-
does Beatty.
Well, I guess it's simple, man. I guess we just have to use box.
Karate.
box. How do you make your pancakes? Box.
It's made of
Mm.
cardboard. Someone ever
It's
told me that, that would
it's a
hurt.
servings of about 12 servings. Box.
Box.
Hold on, what the fuck was that, James?
Those were Kodak
Box.
protein pancakes.
Bugs.
But
I like them though.
he does lead you all inside and begin making pancakes once again from a box.
Boxes are great.
And with that, that's a good place to end the episode of Steam and Rain. So, thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for coming along. Thank you for getting lost with the Will-O-Wisps. I do hope that you all enjoyed tonight's story of Steam and Rain, as our players got to enjoy an episode of just peace for the first time in a while. The idea of doing things that their characters need to do and fill things out, being able to add to their repertoire of spells, being able to sharpen their skills with their bow and arrow. And for one, learning more magic as well as speaking a bit more. Now, the group knowing who Ferrati is and not knowing what she is or where she's from, but knowing more of the facts behind why she's here now. The group now has more questions, a few answers, and new decisions to make. Nonetheless, I do hope that you all enjoyed. I hope you all will get lost again. We will keep the campfire roaring for you so that you have somewhere to sit and listen to the stories as the Will-O-Wisps tell them. I do hope that you all will join us tomorrow for Tavern Talk, as Sunday is our peace day. But until then, we hope to see you next time here in the Will-O-Wisp Woods.
Have a good day, have a good night, whatever it is, wherever you are.
Good night.
Boxes.
Fox.